Hey guys, it's Christian and Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000, and this is our review of Naruto Chapter 558. So, let's get started.
Alright guys, so this is Naruto Chapter 558, and it opens with a double color page. We get a double color page this week, it's great. The first one is actually the one that's going on in the story. We get to see that Kabuto is in there in the beginning, and he's really pissed, but at the same time, he's confident because he knows at the same time that even though all these Kages are going down and everything, one of them has actually managed to survive, and believe it or not, it is Mu, the Ermac cosplayer. And I really like the way that he's actually drawn. You can see he still hasn't fully recovered from the Rasengan planet, and like there's large chunks taken out of him, like the T1000. Another T1000 reference. But still, the second color panel is really cool. It's sort of like a mural picture of Naruto and Sasuke. Sasuke has the hawk and Naruto's on the toad, and they're like battling out. And it's like the battle of destiny kind of thing. And
a lot of symbolism.
Yeah, it looks really cool, but it really doesn't have any bearing on the story. It's just there to be there. But otherwise, it's a really two great intro pages.
So Mu can split in half, and these are unlike shadow clones that Naruto uses. His power actually divides in half when he does this, so the one clone that's left is weaker than Mu put together. So he walks up to the little mound of sand that has his other body sealed in it, and he's trying to rip the seal off, but he can't. And we also see some discussion by Kabuto, and he's saying, well, it's going to take some time to pull off this summoning jutsu, but and recover the body of the Edo Tensei zombie, but we'll still be able to do it.
So Naruto's finally arrived to, greet Gaara and everything's cool. And they're in front of the Mizukage, who's sealed up still in the giant sand pyramid. And Naruto's awesome, and he's as smart as usual because he's like, whoa, what's up with this dude's body? Not realizing that it's actually a giant sand pyramid. He's just that freaking awesome. But anywho, they start to realize, hey, aren't you actually a clone? Where's your real body? And this is a perfect segue as we cut away to the real Naruto, who is still going away with Killer B, who had just returned after his little bathroom break. And this Killer B is basically letting Naruto know, I actually just met one of your clones, and they're letting me know that they're going all over the battlefield and they're heading towards the front lines.
So then we cut away to Team 10's group, and they all have circles around them, and they know that the Zetsu copies are everywhere, and they can't trust anyone. They're saying, everyone just stand in your circle, and we'll figure this shit out. And then Naruto shows up and just starts saying, that's a Zetsu, that's a Zetsu, that's a Zetsu, and everyone starts killing him. And Dan is looking at him saying, who is that? And he goes, and he's just like, oh, that reminds me of this other guy that looks a lot like Naruto that wanted to be the shonen hero of the week, and be Hokage and all that shit. And this kind of is just harkening back to Naruto as a series has a big theme of, these people that want to be Hokage and these inspiring people. So, we're just seeing farther back into Dan's history of Naruto reminding him of someone else.
After we finish up with Team 10, we go to the medical tents with Sakura and Shizune, and we can see here that they're confronted by two injured ninja who are clearly Zetsu clones, and it's very obvious at this fact. And they want to get help, but they don't necessarily want to help them because, they might get attacked by them. And of course, out of nowhere, they just decide to boom, pounce on them like the Zetsus they are. But luckily, Naruto comes in and he uses a brand new, amazing technique. Not really, he uses just two Rasengan and takes these two out real quick.
Okay, so then we jump to Hinata, Neji, and Kiba, and they're fighting, and Hinata looks like she's in trouble because she's about to get jacked in the face by this gigantic ninja. And surprisingly, she does get jacked in the face by a gigantic ninja. But it's actually a Zetsu. Surprise, surprise. That seems to be the theme of this chapter. Everyone who gets punched happens to be Zetsus. And then we jump to the real Hinata, and she's about to get cut in, about to get shanked by three different ninjas. But luckily, surprisingly, again, Naruto jumps in and blocks swords with his arms, because I don't know how you do that, but, he does. And Hinata's like, oh, Naruto-kun! And then we jump back to Mu, and he's doing a summoning jutsu. I forget the name. What's the name, Corey? Do you remember?
Kuchiyose no Jutsu.
So he's going to summon something epic to the battlefield next chapter, but we don't know what it is yet. And that is the end of Naruto Chapter 558. Okay, what did we think of Naruto Chapter 558? It was a build-up and positioning of characters chapter. It had not much in it besides a few Rasenguns, and I don't know, I was a little disappointed in the sense that I wanted a little more something. I mean, I understand we need setup chapters to move the story along and set up the next things, but I was, I don't want to say disappointed, I just expected a little more.
I feel the same way. This was just more slow exposition. It was just a way to pad things out a little bit longer. I am glad though. However, we knew we were going to get to where these clones were eventually. At least they're going kind of fast with it and going at a good pace. I am a little irked, however, because they are going back to most of the events that are happening, but there's still a few that we haven't even gone back to in a long time. The whole Kakashi thing and his group with the Seven Swordsmen, I really, really wish we get back to that soon, just because I want to see the conclusion of that. I also want to see the stuff that was going on at the very beginning with Konkuro's group and Sai and everything. Like, there's still so much to see, and it's still a little overwhelming. But I am really, really interested to see what's going to happen, mostly because of the end of the chapter with Mu doing the summoning jutsu, because I frankly just have no idea what he's going to do, and I just like how the chapter ends like that. It's really ominous. It's just like Naruto comes in and he's all like, shonen heroic and badass, and then the very last shot after that, after something that's really triumphant, is this ominous summoning jutsu. You never know it's just like, what's going to happen. So.
And I think there was a little bit of foreshadowing there with the Mizukage saying, hey, you two look like a good team, because maybe Naruto's clone and Gaara are going to have to team up against this summon, whatever it happens to be. And that's what we thought of Naruto Chapter 558. Okay, you guys, so for a rating for Naruto Chapter 558, we want to drop a 7 out of 10 on you guys, mostly for the reasons we just talked about. There wasn't much there. Besides jumping around and setting up characters for, upcoming chapters. Most fights were 1/4 panel Rasengan finishers. There wasn't much there. Finishing up ceilings that could have been finished last chapter, personally. And the only thing that gives us hope for a good chapter next week is Mu's summoning. So 7 out of 10.
Alright, guys, it's the question of the week, and it's very simple this time. What will Mu summon? Enough said.
Okay, you guys. So this week I want to ask you to check out one of the many interviews I've done. This week I did one with Uber Blackman, a YouTuber who's pretty well known in the anime community right now, and we have a awesome conversation, long conversation, and we talked about a lot of things going on in the anime community on YouTube that are pretty relevant. So go check it out right here.
And if you guys like our Naruto reviews, there's chances are you like One Piece. And I just actually reviewed the very first time skip episode of One Piece, episode 517. You can check it out right here. And the cool thing about it is I'm thinking about doing some other cool One Piece projects in the future, so look forward to that as well.
And that was also the first One Piece anime episode we've ever reviewed. And we're thinking about doing more anime episodes because personally me and Corey like the anime of One Piece more than the manga because it's easier to follow, and the One Piece manga is like a dialogue fest if you're not ready for it. So definitely go check out those videos, you guys, and until next time, SuperKamiGuru9000 out. Good job, Corey. Wow, he's like holding that shit.